Hello my dear children, I am going to continue this chapter chemical bonding. In this chapter my topic is ionic bond. You know that chemical bonds are of three types: ionic or electrovalent bond, second one is covalent bond, and third one is coordinate bond. Now I am going to discuss about ionic bond in detail. As the name indicates, ionic bond means that bond which is formed between opposite charged ions. This bond is formed by transfer of electrons. The bond formed by transfer of electron is called ionic bond, or you can say electrovalent bond. When one of the element is metal and other element is non-metal, then this type of bond is formed. You know that metals always have tendency to lose electrons and non-metals have tendency to gain electrons. Metal loses electrons and non-metal gains electron, and overall ionic bond is formed between them. For example, this bond is formed between opposite charged ions. For example, sodium chloride. The formula will be NaCl. Why the formula of sodium chloride is NaCl? From this it is clear. Atomic number of Na is 11,281. This one is metal. Atomic number of chlorine will be 287. This one is non-metal. Sodium contains 1 valence electron, whereas chlorine contains 7 valence electrons. I will indicate it like this. Sodium is indicated by a black dot, whereas electrons of chlorine is indicated by making crosses. This sodium loses, or you can say transfers its electron to chlorine. Now sodium becomes positive by the loss of electron, and chlorine becomes stable by gaining 1 electron, and now it carries 1 negative charge. Why 1 minus charge is produced here? Because it gains 1 electron, and 1 positive charge is produced here because it loses 1 electron. And here Na and Cl is bonded together by ionic, or you can say electrovalent bond. Take one more example. Magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide. This one is MgO. Atomic number of magnesium is 12,282. Oxygen is 826. Magnesium contains 2 valence electrons, whereas oxygen contains 6 valence electrons. Like this, magnesium transfers its 2 electron, Mg becomes double plus, and O now complete its octet and becomes 2 minus. This is the structure of magnesium oxide. Take some more examples like this. Magnesium chloride. The formula will be MgCl2. Mg contains 2 valence electrons, chlorine contains 7 valence electrons. Here magnesium is only 1 atom and chlorine is 2 atoms. Magnesium contains 2 valence electrons, chlorine contains 7 valence electrons. This 1 electron is transferred here and another electron is transferred here. Like this, Mg becomes double plus, Cl becomes 1 minus, and this also 1 minus. Here 8 electrons get completed. Now it becomes stable by gaining this way, MgCl2. You can draw by yourself CaCl2 like that. KCl. Okay. I want to take one more example, Al2O3, aluminium oxide. Here aluminium is of 2 atoms, oxygen is of 3 atoms. Aluminium contains 3 valence electrons, oxygen contains 6 electrons. These 2 electrons are transferred to this oxygen. This 1 electron and this 1 electron is transferred to this oxygen, and these 2 electrons are by this. In this way, Al becomes 3 plus by losing 3 electrons. This Al also becomes 3 plus by losing 3 electrons, and here 3 oxygen atoms all carry double minus charge. In this way, you can draw electron dot structure of aluminium oxide or alumina. This is about the ionic bond and some examples. Now I am going to discuss about the properties of ionic bond, properties of ionic compounds. Those compounds which have ionic bond are called ionic compounds. What are ionic compounds, or you can say electrolyte compounds? Those compounds which have ionic bond are called ionic compounds. Ionic compounds are generally crystalline solids. They all are crystalline solids. They are soluble in water, completely soluble in water. Third one is they have high melting point and boiling point. Why so? This is a very important question. Why the melting and boiling point of ionic compounds is very high? This is due to a strong force of attraction between opposite charged ions. There are opposite charges are bonded together, which requires more energy to break the bonds. Hence, ionic compounds have very high melting and boiling points. This is a very important question. Why ionic compounds have very high melting and boiling point? The answer will be more energy is required to break force of attraction between opposite charged ions. More energy is required. More energy is required to break a strong force of attraction between opposite charged ions. Fourth property will be they conduct electricity in molten state, or you can say fused state, as well as in aqueous solution. Why so? In solid state, they do not conduct electricity because there is no free ions. But in molten state or fused state and in aqueous solution, means solution in water, there are free ions are present. Due to presence of free ions, they conduct electricity in molten state as well as in aqueous solution. This is all about the ionic bond. Okay. In my next lecture, I will discuss about the covalent compounds. Covalent bond. Okay. Thank you.